I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I would not crash, they would not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruined they plans.
Well, it was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Mike. 158. 150. Check 49. Check 49.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Undercut. 26. Hey, let go.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run it with Jones. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
118. Check. 150.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 44-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
258. Check 26, check 26.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Push him back. Check inside. Check 13. Look at you.
Here's Jones. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
And it's 3rd down.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down.
Hey, 26. Coaching spill.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down.
Check. Easy, 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 easy. 50. 80 weapon. 50 wants the mic. Then rush. Hatchet. Check 3. 26. Check 30. Hey, Alpha.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Down. 70. Indy. 50.
Watch the run.
Slam. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Begin.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
They run with Breida, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
They'll set up a throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward, since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up.
Brings up second and goal.
They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. One back in the game. That's Jones. Second and goal.
Switch it. Come here, switch it.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. So third and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Alert 3. Wide left. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
They'll try to run it in with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead grows to 10-0.
49ers nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Pilot, 64, weak. Watch the safety creep. Hey, Delta. Ready.
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long.
Ready.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. This is Jones. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He'll take a shot for Davis into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tavarius Moore. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Hey, alert three. Check. Shift. Back. Alert flare. 22 jet bomber. Bang. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Check 15.
They'll begin the drive with Breida. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Check 37. Fair. Watch twins. Safe. Watch the edge.
Yep. Now it's Breida. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Hey, lock it. Hey, switch gears. Joker. 25, check 25.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
SOS. Slam. Here we go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Here's Breida. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
60 outlaw. Watch the screen. Watch twins. Check. Crunch. You're out. Watch the twins. Switch. You go tight.
This is Breida. Oh, he's got some breathing room. 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Well called, well blocked, and he just made a great play. As an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference. You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first, it's good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Flying in to blow that play up, Alex Okafor. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando, standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch safety green. Watch safety green. Leo. Tighten up. Look at me. Go.
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. But he lost 6 there on the 1st down play. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
No gain on this defense. No gain. Check it back. 61. Matchbox lights. Rock it. Hey. Get it.
2nd and long. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's caught inside the 35. A big pickup of 38. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Hey, check Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Sit up.
Looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Alex Okafor able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. Check 52. 6 guard. Check 6 guard. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Jim. 49. Check 49. Gone. Check. Right. Undercut. Now. Undercut.
Breida, he'll try the right side. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Watch out. Check 43. Check nickel. Check 24. Check 24. Ready.
Here's a handoff left side to Breida. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. This from 44 yards away. The kick by Gould is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So they come away from this opening drive of the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you got most of the 2nd half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Again, it's Jones. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Now it's Rodgers. It's caught by Davis. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down.
No. 319. Yeah. You don't want to know. Get Mike. Check 26.
They'll run on 1st down. Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, 26.
Now Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 40.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now Jones. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
I got you. Check 99. Check the 50. Check. Recon, 132 fighter.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
358. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Hey, over here. Check 3. Slam. Hey. Kelly. Don't left Kelly.
On first down, Jones. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
Me and you all day. I'm coming after you.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Single receiver. Hey, you're
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the 4th quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they'd missed that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
Let's go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check. Check safety. Switch. Rush in. Fair. We got double up. Watch the shoot.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Here we go. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Kill. Hey, lock it. Let go.
Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. And that'll set them back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long.
Under 10. Check nine. Whip. Watch the whip. Showing that. Tight dog. Go out. Go. Five.
On second down, a run with Breida. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a third and long situation coming up.
It's now third down and long.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long.
Hey, wahoo! 50, Mike's 50. All day. Mike's 50. I'm going to come back to you. Clear. Mike's 50. Mike 50.
They're going to look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides.
Let's go.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a first down in field goal range already. They'll run on first down. It's Jones. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 10-yard line.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. And they try to sweep to Jones. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. On third down, here's Jones. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run it with Jones. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Back to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
So another big shot dodged there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory, and I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
Got it.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
Get it.
He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. Jair Alexander that time able to knock that one away. So that one hurt. No timeouts left. Look at where the ball is on the field, Charles. I don't know if the fat lady's singing yet, but she's starting to hum a little bit, isn't she?
You think she's doing scales at this point? I don't think there's any doubt about it, but they had to go for it. In this situation, with their timeout situation as well, they had to take the chance, try and get it done. They didn't. Now they're powerless to stop them, essentially.
They need a big play somehow from their defense.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
319.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone